going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning back in to another episode of Florida Prison Talk, man. Got my boy Chulo back in here on Florida Prison Talk. We're going to speak on this one. We're speaking about the New York Department of Corruption. That's what we're speaking on today, the New York Department of Corruption. Tap in the comments if you're familiar with what we're about to talk about. Tap in the comments if you witnessed this stuff. We getting right into it. We ain't dragging nothing out. We getting right into the subject and we staying on topic. Bruh, when is the first time you seen corruption in the New York Department of Corruption and you was like, damn, did he really just do that? Speak about it.
The first time that I experienced corruption was on Rikers Island. My bid during Rikers Island. I seen a lot of shit. I seen a whole bunch of shit. But I'm gonna give the viewers a little example of the corruption that goes on in Rikers Island. And not just Rikers Island, upstate correctional facility too. But as far as Rikers Island, yeah, a lot of corruption with the same COs. Bringing in drugs, bringing in weapons, a whole bunch of shit. Is a lot of corruption that goes on in it. Like, for an example, I don't know if probably the viewers heard about it, but 2015 on Rikers Island, we was poisoned. We was rat poisoned. Me and 16 other inmates ate carrot cake that was tainted with rat poison.
Damn.
And we all got a lawsuit out of it. We all won that lawsuit. We did a federal class action. But how does rat poison end up in carrot cake, in all our carrot cake? So right there, that's a good enough example right there.
Hell
and this
yeah.
is all on black and white. So if people don't believe me, you could just look it up. 2015, Brooklyn House Detention Center, Thanksgiving carrot cake tainted. They don't know if it was the COs or the enemies, our enemies. You feel me? So shit like that. And as far as corruption, yeah, there's a lot of corruption. Like I told you, like COs. You got to remember COs don't want to do their job. They want to make it as easy as possible. So if bringing drugs and cigarettes and phones could alleviate the problem, they're going to bring it. Plus, it's big money being made in places like this. Big money. More money than people's making in the streets.
Right.
So one pack of cigarettes, if a CO bring one pack of cigarettes into the Rikers Island, that pack of cigarettes, think about it, he pays $7 for a pack of cigarettes. He's selling it in there for about $500. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, as far as like upstate and stuff like that, a lot of corruption going on, and nobody's doing nothing about it. They just believe in their stories. Like I brought it up in my last interview when I asked you and the viewers if they heard about the young kid that died in Green Correctional Facility a couple years ago. Like, I was in a box. Like, I heard stories, real stories. Like, they literally killed this guy. What apparent reason, I don't know, but it still don't justify the killing of somebody that's supposed to be somewhere where it's basically corrections. How is it supposed to be? How is we're in a facility where we're supposed to be corrected, where we're supposed to be disciplined, and you have guys losing their life? You have guys getting set up by COs. You have COs that literally put a can. Because now upstate, remember, before you wasn't getting box time or you wasn't getting a new bid for a scalpel or can top. You was just going to the box. Now you're getting a new one. You're getting a 1.5 to 3 mandatory. I don't give a fuck if you're Incredible Hulk, if you the big homie, the big treble. That doesn't matter with them. You're gonna go do 1.5 to 3. So these COs have power. So what they doing is, if they know that you can't be stopped, they're gonna set you up with a can top in your queue. Or look at when I was in Orleans Correctional Facility, you had a CO that literally had another inmate plant a banger in this guy's queue.
Damn.
You feel me? So this is things that I witnessed, things that I've seen. You feel me? And this is stuff that has to be heard. You know, you have people's family that's incarcerated, not just trinitarios, not just kings, not just bloods, neutral people. You feel me? In a whole, as in one.
Right.
Because I fuck with everybody. I fuck with everybody. But this is what's going on in the prison system.
Listen, I gotta ask this question for people in the comments. A few people commented this in the comment, and I'm curious about this. Also, if a gang brother is getting beat up by a guard, it's not politics that the rest of the gang jump in and beat that guard up for beating on their brother. Does it not work like that? Explain to the
viewers, for the viewers, and for you. As far as I'm gonna use me for an example. When I got my ass whipped by the guards in Green, when I did that young shit, I had 3 bulls there in the yard. And no, none of them didn't go with me. Did I expect them to go with me? No. Because at the end of the day, like I said, when it comes down to certain shit, like in the medium is different. In the medium, everybody goes to go home. You have a CR date and you have a maximum expiration date. Your CR date is your good time, your conditional release date. That's when you behave. They give you your good time, and then you could do the rest of your time on parole. Then you have maximum facilities where guys are doing life that are never coming home. You have guys that got 10 years, 15 years, 25 years, 25 to life, 55 years. That's never coming home. So of course these guys, if they touch one of mine, they're gonna fucking beat the CO's ass. These guys have life. They have nothing to live for. Now in the medium, you have guys that have family. You have people that have something to live for. So you know what they're gonna do?
Let them know.
They're gonna stay there, and they're gonna, at the end of the day, they're just gonna take it as an L. They're gonna take it as a loss. You feel me? So for the viewers, yeah, that's why a lot of dudes in the medium don't do nothing. And not just Trinitario, with every game. You can even be neutral. I seen it myself. People could talk and talk and talk, but you have to literally be there. I seen guys, oh yeah, I'm this. Oh, COs do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But CO just beat the shit out of your boy, and you ain't do nothing.
Right. Speak.
Feel me? So look, it happened to me. I got my ass whipped. You feel me? I was young though. You feel me? And I was willing to take full responsibility in my actions, and I took my ass whipping like a man.
Get into detail. How they whip your ass?
I told you what they grabbed me from the yard. They took me by the handball court. They smashed my whole face into the handball court. I'm leaking. You feel me? I had a split open, a split gash on my head. I'm leaking. You feel me? So now, as I got my face into the wall, all movement stopped. There's no movement. Nobody can move. Only the COs can move. Nobody can move. So now, like I told you, they dragged me into the van. They did me dirty. You feel me? But as far as that topic that people wanted to know, oh, that yeah, some people this, and yeah, you can go, you can hit the police. Yeah, you could, yes, you could do whatever you please to do. Right. But are you willing to take that consequence? Are you ready to die? Because they kill people. Right. They kill people.
That's right.
Are you willing to lose your life? If you're willing to lose your life, go ahead, partner. I see you in the afterlife.
Right.
But if you're not willing to lose your life, then you're gonna mind your business. And you're gonna go home. Because if you don't mind your business, then you could get left up there. Like literally. They will literally kill you. Like, and dudes that did a lot of time, they know what I'm talking is facts. I just came from this. Like, I know what I'm talking is facts. Straight facts.
Hey, hit that like and subscribe button. I like the way you just broke that down. Couldn't have broke it down no better. We staying on subject. We're gonna keep on talking about the New York Department of Corruption. He broke it down perfect. It was set. It is what it is. That's what it was. That was a perfect way. I can dig everything you said, and I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Now check this out. Is the corruption so bad? Like the COs, when they beating these inmates up, they're not even hiding the fact they're doing it right in front of everybody, aren't they?
Yeah, in front of everybody. You know why? Some guys is gonna report it. Some guys gonna reach out to their family, but it been going on so long. And you gotta understand. You know why they doing that? Because people don't stand for nothing. Nada, nothing. Look at these guys that have life, people that have years, people that put on for this shit. Look at Casanova. Got caught up in conspiracy. He's an hour and something minutes away. Not one visit. Not one visit. So that right there just tells you there's no support. There's none. No family support, no gang support, no brotherly support, nothing. So now you're left on your own. You're by yourself. So it's like if you don't have no family resources, no lawyers or no money to help these people investigate these COs and do their job how they supposed to, then they're just gonna keep doing it. Look in Attica years ago in Attica, when the feds ran up in Attica and they went in the gym. What they found in the gym? They found dead bodies underground. They digged up it's on the news. You could look it up. Dead bodies. And the feds went into Attica and went into the gym, and under the ground in the gym, they found dead bodies of inmates. Mm. This shit been going on for years, man. It's just an ongoing cycle. And if people don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. And that's the problem. They falling for anything. All right. A lot of dudes got killed in Green. And it's out there. It's out there. Y'all see what's going on. And nobody want to do nothing about it. So they just gonna keep doing it.
And that's the thing about it, man. It's so messed up because I interviewed another one of the top three bulls. I interviewed my man Edwin, and he told me that sometimes, man, people could just be walking and the guards will pick one person out randomly.
Oh yeah.
He's not lying. And up randomly.
Yeah,
you come here.
Literally. Dang. Literally. You ain't have nothing to do with it. But if you was around that area and they can't get the person that did it, you're going down for it. Mm. He ain't tell no lie.
Damn, man. So listen, speak about can you speak about another time you've been beaten up by the guards, or another time you have seen what's some of the worst corruption you've seen in the New York State Department of Corruption, all around, the worst corruption?
Worst corruptions I've seen, oh my God, I've seen so much shit. I seen a whole bunch of shit, from COs bringing in drugs and fucking COs fucking other inmates and a whole bunch of stuff. Like, for an example, I forgot what facility I was in. I was in one of them facilities during my bid. And it was this CO that basically was having affairs with an inmate, one of my boys, and happened to find out that the same CO was bringing in drugs and bringing him food and, letting him fuck and stuff like this. And, like I said, when you're in jail, like you can't hide. As much as you try to be discreet, somebody else that can't do what you're doing is going to try to stop what you're doing because they can't do it. So eventually it crumbled. Eventually they got caught. Mm. You feel me? Like things like this, like not just that, like I told you, you have COs that literally plant stuff on you. You feel me? Like I done seen stuff like even in my dorm, when I used to be in a dorm, like my own tribus going out with police, young cats going out. You feel me? And it's not because they gangster, because none of that. It's just because they stand for something. You feel me? But at the same time, you got to be prepared mentally to deal with the consequences. Because, yeah, my brother he popped on police, but guess what? Now he got missing teeth. Now he's not the same. He's not the same person that I knew years ago. He had no teeth. He got all type of lumps in his head. Years in a box. You feel me? So are y'all willing to go through that? Because if y'all willing to go through that, might as well just kill somebody right now in the streets and do life in prison. If you about that life.
That's right. That's
like,
what I got.
This is not the life. This ain't the life. This ain't the life people's trying to live. People's trying to escape this. Why you think people trying to leave New York City? Everybody's trying to leave New York City. Why? Because it's a war against ourselves. And when I say about ourselves, I'm talking to everybody. There's a war. Like, people don't know what to believe no more. So it's like people's just going to war with themselves. People just going out, just killing people for nothing. Look, I just did 6 years. Like, I witnessed one of my bros get killed, like, from in prison. Like, I heard about this from in prison. Killed them. One of my other bros killed them, killed his mother. Like, this is things that goes on every day. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, people think this is going to stop. It's not going to stop. You have people's mother that's been dead behind this. You have brothers that been dead behind this. You have kids that been dead behind this. Like, this is pain and suffering that people hold on. People hold grudges. Some people could live on, you know, they could turn a negative into a positive and become successful. And then they could talk about these things. You feel me? But majority of the people, you got to think about it. 75% of the world, females and males, are lost. So that means even the people you love, the people that surround you daily, are lost. They don't know what's going on. Then you have 15% of the world, females or men, they watch it happen. Meaning, they see you. They see you winning. They see you doing what you got to do. Go to work every day, stack your money, become a business owner. But all they want to do is watch it. They don't want to do nothing. Then you have the 10%ers, the people that actually make it happen. So think about it. 75% of the world, females and males, are lost. So that means majority of the people around you are lost. And this is facts. This is statistics. This is facts. You know, this is why I'm letting it be known. Because if you really dwell about it, if you really think about it and you dwell on it, it's accurate. Majority of people, because I try not to socialize myself with a lot of people, because right now I see what's going on. It's divide and conquer. They trying to divide us. They trying to break us apart. That's why in the streets, where organizations is different sets. So people's not loyal to the originality no more. They loyal to the sets. You feel me? That's why in jail, Trinitario in jail, there's no sets. There's no such thing. We all one. But in the streets, it's fucked up. You know why? Because you got all type of sets all over. And they just do whatever they want. And that goes with every organization that's going on.
Yeah, bro, it's good. Man. I ain't got much to say. Like you rocking out with this, man. Everything you're doing, I'm happy with everything you're saying right now. You at a good pace. I'm telling you, man, you speak what you want to speak on, man. How about this though, real quick? What if somebody in your family, what if somebody that was close to your family, you know, wanted to join your organization? What would you tell them? Yay or nay?
Somebody in my family, as in like my immediate family.
Yes.
Want to turn Trinitario. What would I tell them?
Yes.
I would tell them no. Don't turn Trinitario. You know why I would tell them not to turn Trinitario? Because at the end of the day, I'm a man before Trinitario. And I have a daughter, I have family, I have mothers, I have brothers and sisters. And I will never want any one of my family members to go through what I went through being Trinitario. The shit I had to stand for, the shit I had to sacrifice, all the fuckery shit that's going on within my family today. all the shit that I had to see, all the murders, and nobody want to be part of that no more. So honestly speaking, I would tell my family, don't turn nothing, to be neutral.
Got you. That's what's up.
But the shit that I seen, the stuff that I seen, like I said, why would I want to tell my brother or my little cousin to turn trinitario when I know what's going on? When I see what's going on, it's crumbling little by little. Don't get it twisted. We still firm. Like it's gonna be hard to break it apart. It's gonna be very, very hard. Because it's been years. We've been here years, holding it strong for years. But like I said, in the prison system and in the streets is very, very different. Very, very different. And in the streets, there's no rules. Everybody know that. There's no rules in the streets. Everybody just do what the fuck they want to do. And we see this. So for it to be like that, that there's no rules in the streets, you got to understand, when you have so many chapters in whatever gang you're in New York City, that's like, for an example, I'm MOB, and this chapter's fucking Sunset or Los Sures. At the end of the day, yeah, we're trinitario, but it's still some type of tension there between us because we're MOB and there's Sunset or whatever other chapter there is. You feel me? My big homie probably put in more work than him, or his big homie's a rat and they don't know, and it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much conflict, too much things going on. You feel me? Because we all wear the same color in the streets, yeah, but we're loyal to two different people, two different sets. You feel me? In jail is not like that. There's no such thing. That shit don't exist in there. We're all one. That's why in jail you don't hear tribus going to war with their own tribus. You crazy? There's no such thing. There's no such thing of that. In the streets, yeah, you know why? Because there's no rules. And most of the big tribus are dead or doing life in jail. So the people that's out here, the people that is out here, that's jacking trinitario and that they the big shots and the big callers, bullshit. Bullshit. Because you probably didn't even get the green light or the okay from the higher ups. You just doing that because you're in the streets. You know that there's no big tribus in the streets. There's no big tribus alive. So you feel like, all right, so since these guys is not here, I could call the shots and this is what it is. This is my set. And we just gonna do whatever we gonna do. And whoever go against that, it is what it is. That's what's going on. So you know what I do as a man, and me coming from this and seeing my people lose lives and stuff behind this, I separate myself from all of that. I just came from that. Why would I want to indulge in that again? Right. I took sacrifices. I took ass whippings. I took I see my people lose their life. Like they sacrificed their life, literally, for this shit. So you think I'm just gonna go out there and just knowing what's going on, I'm just gonna go out there and just, oh yeah, fuck it. That's playing Russian roulette. You basically playing Russian roulette with your life.
That's right. That's right. And
so I don't got time for that.
Got you. How about, I don't know if this might be a touchy subject for some, but how do you feel about the situation with the little young kid Junior?
With the little, that shit hurt me. That shit broke me because it's like, you know, at the end of the day, like I go with my heritage. I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican, and I don't wish death on nobody. You feel me? And like I said, like that right there it hurted a lot of us. A lot of official 157 tribus, that shit broke our heart. You feel me? Because that shit made all my peoples, all my trinitarios, all my official OGs that stood behind, that stood for something, that took that took stab-ins and got killed by police, all these people that sacrificed for this, and for them just to come out of nowhere and just make it seem like, oh, the trinitarios is the worst gangs in America. all right, y'all have every right to feel like that. You feel me? But like I told you, a lot of my tribus felt some type of way behind that. Hell yeah. Them dudes that did that, where you think they at right now? You think they in population? Like, let's be real. You think the people that did that to Junior, you really think they jacking that in there? No, they in PC. Majority of them probably got cut already. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, like I said, you know, my blessings go out to him and his family. You feel me? Like me and my official trinitarios, you feel me? Like we was heartbroken behind that. But like I told you, it's different from the streets and the prison system. And I started from the prison system. So I don't condone none of this stuff that's going on in the streets. They could keep that. Y'all could keep the streets. Y'all could keep whatever's going on. Just don't mix me in none of that bullshit. Because I'm trinitario from the jails where it started. You feel me? So a lot of people felt a certain way behind that and still do. But like I said, like it just it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like it's just crazy. And that all came about beefing with each other. Because that was a sunset and Los Sudas. That's they all tribus. We all tribus.
I heard about them recently. Yes, exactly. So are those different? The sunset and you say the Sudes? Is that like subset to the Trinitarios?
I'm gonna put it to you like this. It's basically the same thing with the Bloods. The Bloods have all different sets, right? The same thing with Trinitario in the streets. They have all different type of sets. And these sets beef with each other. Because you got to understand, when we come from the streets, let's say I'm MOB, OED, 700, Suda, Sunset, we all get locked up. Guess what? We all got to deal with our bullshit now. Because nobody can do nothing. We all won. So now we got to deal with the fakeness. We got to deal with the animosity. We got to deal with that. But guess what? It's structure. So we got to deal with it. You feel me? So think about this. If I'm OED and they MOB or they Sunset and they Los Sudas and we was beefing in the streets, all right, in jail, we're not going to beef. We're going to hold that animosity and that grudge in. As soon as we come home, it's lit. You feel me? So it's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that people don't know about. You feel me? And how can I put it to you? It's different. It's different. Like I said, it's very different from the jails and the streets. It's very different. Very. Anybody could tell you that.
Got you. So
I'd rather go back to jail. I'd rather go back to jail. And because I'm always gonna be Trinitario. You feel me? But I could go back to jail today and I could represent my shit to the fullest with no problem. But as far in the streets, like putting on and no, it's over for that. There's no sense in that. Because there's no morals, there's no principles, there's no structure. Why would I want to get into, why would I indulge in something like that if there's no foundation?
Right.
So you know what I do? I just let everybody do whatever they want to do. Go ahead. Kill each other. Go ahead. Everybody just kill each other. I'll just watch.
Got you. So what's with that being said, that sounds like you're on a positive track. As we close here, what do you got going on now, man, in your life? What you're doing right now?
Well, as far as me, what I'm going on for my life, I'm focused. I'm positive, man. I'm turning my negatives, my struggle and everything I've been through, and I'm turning that to a positive. You know, I've been working on my music, you know, R&B, hip hop, Spanish trap, drill music, you know, all type of music. I've been working on that. You know, I just got a job, you know, thanks to God, you know, in a car wash.
Where can they find your music at? Is there a place they can listen to your music at?
Oh yeah, right now, like I told you, my Instagram at Avior.
Okay,
Like
okay.
I got, a couple snippets, a couple, previews, but soon I'll be having my music on all platforms. I'll be dropping a couple videos so the world could see as well, but like I said, I just came home, so I'm just working with what I got now, I'm not out here doing crazy shit. I'm not, I'm doing everything how I'm supposed to be doing it. This is why I'm taking my time. I'm not jumping, I'm not rushing into things. I'm not doing none of that because I know where that could lead me. So as far as me, like I told you, I'm taking my negatives and I'm turning into a positive. I don't care if it take me a year, 2 years, 5 years from now. Because once I get there, that's it. I'm legit. I'm good. I don't got to worry about gangs. I don't got to worry about none of this shit that's going on. Just me, my family, my daughter, and mine. You feel me?
Yep. Last question, bro. We're going to close. During that time you did in prison, going through the corruption, getting beat by the guards, doing time in the box, do you think that now that you're home now, do you think you have some kind of mental problem from that? Any kind of PTSD?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like a lot of us that been incarcerated, I think we all go through something mentally, but goes back to being mentally strong and mentally weak. You have guys that are mentally strong that can deal and cope with so much time being incarcerated and so much months and years being in the box. Some guys learn to cope with that. So a lot of dudes that come from that environment, yes, I think we do need some type of, counseling and to express that pain and that struggle,
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of dudes, I feel like, we do need that. But like I said, a lot of guys did it without it. So it's like, if I went through this shit without counseling, without any mental health shit, then I really don't need it. You feel me? And like for me, as I can't speak for nobody, I could talk for me. As far as me, counseling, I really don't think I need that. I already went through the worst of the worst. I how can I put it? I already went through that phase. So it's like now that I'm home, like, yeah, it be things that I think about a lot of times. A lot of times when I got my ass whipped, times I was scared that I thought I was gonna die. Times when it was riots, times where I think about, damn, like I could literally never come home. Like, what's that, doing 4 years for gun possession and then catching another 1.5 to 3 for smuggling. So imagine if I would have just been on some crazy young boy shit, just stabbing people up, cutting people, just not giving a fuck about life. Then I would have had a 1.5 to 3, which was damn near 7 years. I turned 4 years to 7 years. And then plus, well, whatever I probably would have been doing, would have probably ended up doing 15. Who knows? But thanks God I was wise and I was smart and I was always aware. And I never let nobody else dictate my actions. So I always kept it at a minimum. I always kept it discreet. And like I told you, I was always aware. So that's why I lasted so long. And this is why I'm here today talking to you. Because I probably wouldn't even been talking to you today. I probably still would have been serving time in upstate prison.
Got you.
Because that's how it is in prison. You don't know what can happen. You could, God forbid, have a fight with somebody, knock them out. He's dead. He would never wake up again. Now you're doing life.
That's
you feel me? So it gets skeptical.
All right. Last one, man. I'm loving this interview too, man. I'm happy about this one. Last question, man. I hear a lot of people say, man, yo, I'm not sure if I asked this in the last one. I might have asked another person I interviewed this. But let me ask this again if I did. I hear a lot of people say, yeah, man, when I came home from prison, man, they kicked me to the streets, man. They sent me out there to fail. With that being said, I know a lot of people that came home from prison that had programs in order for them and they messed it up. How was it for you getting out of prison? Did they have job placement programs set for you when you came home? Was there a place you're supposed to go into and check to? Go check with Miss Bonnie. She's a job placement counselor. Does it work like that?
We all do. We all do. If you come from a medium, if you go upstate and you do maximum of your time, then you don't got to come home with parole. It depends now. Like if you go upstate with a 5 flat with no parole, then you go upstate through your 5 whole years and you come home with no parole. Now, dudes that have a split bid, like a 2 to 4, 1.5 to 3, or a 3 and 3, or 4 and 5, then you have to serve your time, majority of your time, and you got to come home with parole. So a lot of these dudes come home to parole. So now you have a parole officer. So now, due to your crime, whether it's drugs, violence, or whatever, now your parole officer mandates you to go to a drug program or anger management program, anything of these natures to keep you on the right path. So now, as far as dudes talking about, oh, I come home and they set me up for failure. No, you set yourself up for failure because you have all the outlets here. You have everything.
Right. Exactly.
Your parole officer's babysitting you. That's one. 2, they got all type of programs that helps you look for jobs, all type of things.
Say you maxed out and you got no parole. Is there still programs in order for them?
Yeah, if you want to, if you want to take that initiative upon yourself, then yes, there are programs for people that don't have parole that just came out of the penitentiary. Yes, they have a lot of programs. Yes, but that's if you want to. And a lot of dudes don't want to.
Yeah. That's right. Hey, listen, it's easy win. Florida Prison Talk. Got my boy Chulo. This is a fire interview, bro. I appreciate you. This is the second of many interviews we doing, man. You was more clear. You got anything to say, man, before we close this one out? Any shout outs? Anything you want to say to the viewers?
Shout out all my 157s, all my real rights that I was in upstate with, Bear Hill, New Orleans, Green Correctional Facility, Cape Vincent, Cayuga. I just want to salute all my, my day ones, my 157s, man.
All right. Easy win. Florida Prison Talk. Signing out.